Today I'm going to be climbing the worst rated boulders at my local crag. You see, climbing is a sport dominated by popularity ratings. Too often do I see people waiting in line to climb the classic 4-star route when surely there are other routes nearby that are not that much worse. I mean, where else can you find comment gold like this one? Legend has it that in the Middle Ages, villagers would visit the footholds on this route so they could see a reflection of themselves. Oh, it's so good. I want to find out if maybe we place too much emphasis on internet grades and comments. Maybe I'll have a great time. Maybe I'll make a first ascent. First up, Space Lab. 0.7 stars, 3 votes. In 2018, Sasha commented, garbage problem. And then Chip commented, no argument there, dude. I gave it 1 star 16 years ago. I have no argument with it being a bomb. Cheers. Sounds like a nice guy. Begin from a sit-down start on 2 obvious holds on the northeast corner. Move up to a tricky match and go for the top.
So it says start on obvious holds, but there's nothing chalked up here, so none of the holds are obvious. I'm gonna guess it's maybe like a pinch here, and then there's a crimp on this side. You can tell it hasn't been climbed on much, because that's totally hollow. So I'm not gonna try to like side pull that or undercling here. It says move up to a match, and I'm guessing this is the match. It is a V2, so it should be within my limits. Let's give it a shot. That is really hard. The thing with these problems that haven't been climbed much is like, I don't know if that's the right way to go. It is a crazy lock off. Like you're just using this crimp. Oh my gosh. It's so hard. So far these holds are anything but obvious. Oh, progress! It's so desperate. I feel like I'm gonna just cut my fingers off. It's so sharp up there. But I think it'll go. I think it's just like a freaking hard move. It's just funny brushing off a boulder that literally has probably been climbed like 5 times. And yet it feels like it'll make a difference. Maybe it's like psychological brushing. It's like psychological chalk where you've already chalked up like 3 times, but you keep chalking up. Oh!
What just
There's so much moss on top of the boulder that when I miss, it just like showers me in moss, which is kind of a unique feature of a climb. Oh! Ah! Woo! Ah. Sweet victory. I just heard the sound of moss crunching below my hands as I was topping out.
So for Space Lab, I enjoyed it. My comment. I recommend eye protection for the unavoidable moss shower that occurs when climbing this boulder. V3, 2 stars. Next up, arguably the route that I was most afraid of to climb today. Squat to P, V1.
Hey Nate, do you know where the next boulder is?
What?
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, wait. Oh, this isn't squat to pee. We're gonna have to do it over there. This is girlfriend's hip pocket. I thought that this would be a better peeing spot, so I just thought that this was squat to pee, but I got it wrong. It's all right, squat to pee, V1. 0.8 stars, 9 votes.
Squat to P is all of 6 or 7 feet high. Start from an obvious sit-down start down under the overhang, thrutches up for better hold, and pulls up and over near a small pine. I was told shortly after doing this unmemorable piece of crap that people pee down here all the time. Great. Well, now that you know, go do something else. Protection, maybe some disinfectant. In 2020, Clint commented, send yuck.
This thing is like 50 degrees overhanging. It's like, once again, harder than it looks. Ah. I can't even start it. The beta is contrived. Actually, I'm stuck.
Want me to help?
No, I'm good. No. That's hard. How is that a V1? This stupid pad, I need it. I think it's because I know I'm not gonna be able to do the move. So I want the pad, but the pad is getting in the way. It's like a double-edged sword. Double-edged pad. That was hard, objectively. I don't know what these gradings are. I guess that's what you get with the lower rated routes, but this one has 9 ratings. I'm just rolling around in pee, probably. Oh. Ah! Jeez. Ah! Ah! Oof, it's so sharp. I'm like, I wish I wasn't exaggerating. Ow. Kind of cool mantle. I went like, did a full chicken wing. It was awkward. I feel like the V1 rating just plays this trick on your mind where you're like, this is gonna be easy. And then it's not, so you get annoyed at the route. But it's probably not, it's just the grading's fault. Like if this was a V2, people would probably have a better time on it because they know what they're in for a little bit better, you know? It's all about like setting those expectations. How many times have you gotten on a 5.9? And it ends up being like way harder than you were expecting. And because of that, you're like doubting yourself. You're not having as good of a time, which is, I don't know. It's like, yeah, that's part of climbing, but it's because of the ratings existing in the first place. Anyway, philosophy lesson over.
While this route started out as yucky, I actually ended up liking it after I figured out how to do the incredibly strenuous 60-degree overhanging start for this supposed V1 boulder. 2 stars, V2. Next up, Attack of the Moss Clods. V0, 0.7 stars, 3 votes. Start at head height between 2 streams of moss clods. Using 2 crimpers, reach high for the lip and pull over. Sounds easy, right? Somebody commented, only worth bothering if you're like me and you go to the satellites and try to do 50 boulder problems in 3 hours. How about 3 boulder problems in 4 hours?
The landing is horrible for this boulder. I didn't put my pad here because I felt like if I put my pad here, it wouldn't have a lot of friction and I would just kind of bounce off into the rocks below. So I put it there, which is where I would bounce to. But I think the name of the game with this boulder is don't fall. Oh, it looks so mossy. It's like, will chalk do anything? Oh, that's gross. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, first move is harder than it looks. Jeez, maybe something ripped off. Maybe like all the other routes that I've done today, it's a total sandbag. Oh, it's so bad. Like part of me thinks that I could do like a mantle onto this, but that's super committing. I don't know what to think. Maybe I'll just do this thing next to it as a consolation prize.
Now, I didn't send Attack of the Moss Clods, but I still want to leave a comment. Couldn't get the send. This climb can range from a V0 to V3 depending on how the moss forms that year. I looked nearby and there seemed to be a much easier, but still moss-laden way to the top. I went over and I tried that one.
This thing feels less mossy, which is kind of sad because that's like the point of the route.
I'm guessing it's probably been climbed before. It probably has a name in some bouldering guidebook, but there's no page on Mountain Project dedicated to this route. So maybe you could call it a first ascent. Or probably the first ascensionist just doesn't want to be included with this mossy piece of garbage. The moss strikes back. V0. Fun little problem right to the left of Attack of the Moss Clods. Begin with a very high left foot, rock onto it, and climb to the top. V0, 1 star.
Oh! It's like you step up high and it's just pine needles and loose rock. Okay.
And so after I had gone out and avoided all of the most popular climbs in an area, you know, I was thinking to myself, I had a great day. It was a lot of fun. And I think my reflection is this: all of the routes I did today were sandbagged. They were so much harder than the perceived grade, which I could imagine if somebody goes up, they think it's a V2, and then all of a sudden, they're just getting blasted by lichen and not able to do this like super powerful lunge. Yeah, they're probably not gonna enjoy the route and recommend it to anybody. And so I hope you got a kick out of me climbing the worst rated boulders at my local crag. If you liked the video, consider subscribing, leave a comment. Leave a comment in the style of a horrible mountain project comment. How about that? Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time.